Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Pro Cycling Manager 25, and the team is Funder Mifflin Cycling Team. We had a pretty good outing in the last one. We got Larry Warbas to finish in about 13th. I think it was 13th. So we do have prize money sitting out here. It's been a couple of weeks, but I held on to the emails. Nothing looked pressing, and I thought I would unveil what the prize money was for a 13th place finish. And it looks like it was $900, pounds or euros, one of those. We're going to go with dollars. Already covered that. Going to stick with dollars. So that's not bad. I'll take that. It was a 1.pro ride, so that we were definitely, not expected to do terribly well, and I could have done a little better. I didn't do my best, but it is time for the next one, which is the O Gran Camino, and that is a tour. And yeah, we should have some fun with this. We'll go ahead and get that first race done. We did have a marathon episode in the last one. I'm hoping I don't repeat that. That was kind of an accident. Hope you did hang around, or at least found your way to this particular video at the very least. And if you have the opportunity to like and subscribe the video, I would really appreciate that. It does help me out. But without further ado, let's see what this one looks like. So we have our stronger parts of our team are in this. Lucas Wisniewski is not in this one. That's kind of interesting to me. He hasn't been in any of them in a while. So we don't have anybody that's sick or injured. So no real reason to replace anyone, but I kind of would like to have him with us. I guess we're just going to wait till the next one. And yeah, I think that's just going to be how we play it. So let's see what this stage looks like. Relatively flat. We can deal with that. 178 kilometers should be fun. Looks like Within Phillipson might be our best bet this time around. He's in his fitness peak. And let's see what that's looking like. Okay. Well, yeah, I think we might have a part of a plan put together. And let's see. So we do have Peterson is mentioned here as a possible contender. That's good to know. Wouldn't mind seeing that happen for the young man. Let's go with equipment. This is going to be an arrow day. Yep. Arrow, arrow, arrow. Good. We'd expect that. Go with whole team. And then finally a strategy. Well, I think Peterson deserves support in this one. He's been very good at supporting his teammates. And since the system thinks he has an outside shot, let's do the same. Let's give him an outside shot. Trying to decide if it makes sense to go with this one. This one is you're riding for the general classification. The other one is you're riding for points. It's really what the difference is here. And so you're trying to take part in the points, and you're riding for the stage when you do that because you're winning points. We could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not sure if that's my favorite strategy for right now. And then what did I do? I marked the wrong guy. It's Peterson that we wanted to do that with. Well, let's have him ride for the whole thing. We can add stage points if we want. Ride for the stage, take part in sprints, take part in the KOM. We have that opportunity. We can add all that on. Schwerbel, this would not be his day to shine. He's good at downhill, but he's not so great at flats. We would probably want to say don't ride for this stage. Don't take part in the sprints. Is he a sprinter? I don't think he's a sprinter at all. Nope, 57. He's worse at sprinting. So ride if in a breakaway. I think that's always fine. And then we're going to attach a couple of these guys here. Orbaz could be a really good outsider because he's pretty balanced. No sprinting at all, though. Do we have anybody with some sprinting? 61, 61, 63. Within Phillipson is our sprinter. Okay, well, that might change things a little bit. We might want to have him hanging around to pick up the noise there at the end. The 18-year-old. Goodness. It would be great to get him a win at 18, wouldn't it? Let's go back to this strategy. We'll leave him free, and we'll put Schmidt on here with Peterson. Yeah, that's the route we're going to go. All right. Once again, I'll probably pick it up. If anything exciting happens, you'll hear from me. Otherwise, probably just before this sprint point is where I'm thinking we'll jump back in. So stay tuned. Okay, we're approaching that sprint, and I gave Larry the order to sprint out and try to see if he could do anything. We were at the front, and that didn't work out at all. He had used his gel, and we're seeing the outcomes there. They closed down, the Peloton closed down on the breakaway to just a minute now. It was up to 6.5 minutes, I think, at one point. But we do have the sprint here, and I don't know if I really want to. I don't know if I want to wreck anybody going after it. Maybe we'll send. Well, he's way back here. Let's send Within Phillipson after it, actually. So we will move him up to behind Maris, and we will have him sprint out and see if he can do anything with it. I don't think he's going to get there, though. Nope. Waited too long. Story of my life. How many times have I done that now? So we'll slow him back down. Well, he's in E2 now. We'll need to let him slow down just a second. There we go. And we'll get him back in line here with these guys. There we go. Okay. And I am trying to remember where we were sitting. Peterson and Schwarbel are our favorites here. So let's get him up here as well. About time for that. And we probably need one more douse of water. And now is the time to take care of that before it gets too late. Warbass is done. He just cooked. So we want to drop him off. We'll bump this guy up. Get him to, we've almost caught the breakaway though. But yeah, I used Larry a little too hard there. Yeah, as soon as we let somebody else control it, they just pull right away, and that's disappointing. I would think that they'd be a little bit more invested in trying to pull that in. So, all right, well, let's see where we land with this. They're closing again. Tick, 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 right? We're at 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers, 30 seconds, actually 25 kilometers now in 20 seconds. So this is looking good, and they are absorbed. So good. When we hit 20 remaining, I'm going to slow things down to a pause. Sorry, folks. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do. So we're at 17. All right. Well, Larry has cooked, but he's still up here. And I think maybe we give him the E and see if we can get him to the front. And what would be great if that happens is we can do this. Schmidt is actually already up there. Where's Jones? Jones is there too. So this would be ideal. We can start to use his gel, get Larry to the front, in front of these guys. Look at the teams lined up. Wow. They're really lined up, aren't they? So we're going to get Larry out there, have him start to pull. Why not? Let's see what we can do.
He broke from the pack like a greyhound.
I don't know about that. Okay, where are we? Yeah, they're all just riding on our bumper, aren't they? I don't know. I've been told it is very difficult to get a breakaway anymore. They changed the logic a while back, and I have to say that has been my experience. I almost never can intentionally break away unless it's like crossing a sprint line. It's part of the game, I guess, you know. All right. Well, I start wanting to use these. I messed that up just a little bit. We'll probably do the next ones like once a kilometer. And yeah, everybody's booking around us now. That's because he fell off. Let's get that back up there. 9 kilometers. 8 kilometers. Six kilometers. 5 kilometers. Okay. Let us go. Let's get there, guys. Schmidt's trying to make a difference. There we go. And now Jones is going to try to make a difference. And now Maris. There's the line. Get them all sprinting. That's the hope. Well, we're not going to win, but we're going to do okay.
Fabulous! He got the better of his breakaway companions to win this race.
All right. 3 in the top 20 again. I feel like it's actually 4. Did I miss one? Peterson, Maris, Swerble, Schmidt. 4. 4 in the top 20. I said top 10, didn't I? Top 20. 4 in the top 20. Not bad. Not bad at all. And on to the results. Here we go. Well, not a whole lot to see just yet. I don't think there was any mountain. We do have points. Peterson grabbed a couple of points for his finish. Nothing in the mountains. Young riders. Got Peterson is up there. That's good. He's the 18-year-old. Jesse Maris is up there as well. And then from a team perspective, 3rd. Okay. Excellent. Not a bad outing. Not a bad outing. Well, we will take that and we will move on to the next. I think, though, we will probably do that in the next episode. Like I said, the previous one was kind of a marathon. I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter so you can watch a couple of them at a time if you want. I do appreciate your time. It is important and valuable to me, as I know it is to you. But thanks, and until next time, fair travels.